Hey, Kefki. Hey, Tyrion. All right, since the ads are done and technically I started a little bit late, might as well go ahead and get a going. So, made this funny button right here. Oh, actually, let me double check something. Because we're going to be looking right there. Okay, want to make sure you can see my face. All right, how's it going? Hello, and welcome to a Sunday edition of the Lolo De Puzlo Journal. Today, we have a little bit of a bonus episode, technically, because this was not in the original script. We kind of... Oh, also, no housekeeping stuff today. I happened to get very lucky, kind of, when we got towards the end, like right around like a page or two ago, so a couple weeks ago, the Mister, the community kind of can communicate or can promote if someone's working on a core for it that happens to hit a level that's basically like 95% of the way there, they'll promote it to main. And the CDI core got promoted to main. So, hey, back. So, the CDI is an interesting platform. It happens to have a number of things related to golf. So I felt we'd be remiss to not look at some things. Congratulations on the watch tree. To look at some things related to the CDI and its mini golf games. Last time, we started with this game, which is certainly a video game of all time. Also need to check something. All right. So, last time we started this. The Wacky World of Miniature Golf with Eugene Levy, which I just realized the name's so long it actually doesn't fit in the box. This game technically never came out, but has been dumped because I assume that the people there didn't really have any whole thing about, keeping that stuff. So thankfully something came out about it that, there is a Eugene. There will certainly be a Eugene. And we looked at this a little bit last time, but I kind of think we'll do this with a fresh start. So let's keep going.
The good old days, when miniature golf was a quaint but risky pastime. The problem was, either it was too hot or too wet or too cold or too dangerous. But that was then. And this is now.
Hey, greetings, putters. I'm Rollo the Goofball. I mean, golf ball. Welcome to Wacky Golf, the miniature golf theme park that picks up where the other golf courses leave off. You're about to enter a fully enclosed, climate-controlled marvel of CDI mini-golf technology. and I'll be your guide. Prepare to experience 18 of the world's toughest holes, but in the comfort of your own living room. How about that, huh? So, let's go play.
Tickets, please.
Yow! Thanks for reminding me, you oversized can opener. Sorry about the delay. Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4! Welcome to the clubhouse, your first stop at Wacky Golf. This is where you'll get everything you need for that first tee-off. So look around if you like. You can take a little demo tour of the park. Use our practice hole to practice. Resume your previous game if you've played here before by going right out onto the golf course. Sign in for a new game, or leave and go back to where you came from before you got here. Just move your golf ball cursor to wherever you want to go and press an action button to start.
So just getting some things up in the background. There we go. Because I might need a guide with this. Oh God, right, the controls for this. Let's see. Did it keep?
At
No, it did not.
Wacky Golf, up to 4 players can play together. Okay, number 2 goes after number 1. You're next.
Okay, we're done.
Voila! Now that you've signed in, here's where you get to choose your stand-in golfer. And let me tell you, these are 12 of the miniature golf world's finest athletes. Once you've made your choice, whenever you see your golfer in the game, it's your turn to putt. To select your golfer, just move your golf ball to the one you want and press
Look at
it.
this guy.
Looks like there's no carts, so start walking.
The American Dream Hole.
Ah, the American dream. The split-level home, the 2-car garage, the high-powered rifle under the front seat of the car. Doesn't get much better than this, huh?
So, a lot of this is just timing. Oops.
Good apple pie. Stuffed. Next time, try one of these.
All right. Where? Oh, I didn't have a choice.
The shark soup hole. The hole lets us snap to play, so make your shot very carefully and try not to hook it. Hook it!
It's curious. Okay, no. Huh.
How's the wife?
Well,
Hey, there's the Retro Pals opening bit.
the don't mess with my bike hole. Citizens, our fair city has been invaded by leather-jacketed ruffians. It's up to you to stand up to these hoodlums and take back our town. Go ahead. I'll, be right behind you to make sure there are no sneak attacks or anything.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we certainly mess with their bike holes.
The hole on the wrong side of the tracks. American railroads. A demonstration of our national resolve to get things done, enhance commerce, and move from state to state to avoid paying bills. Well,
Oh, good. Time to die. Oh. Okay.
the Made in the USA hole. This is the only fully automated hole on the course, and if it doesn't break down, we should make our production quota.
All right. Hey, Koyo. Ow. I'm all the way back here.
The lost hole of Atlantis. You know, they call Atlantis the missing continent, but if they'd had miniature
I
golf,
don't know.
how much could they have been
I
missing?
imagine it's
You
a
know,
pun on
would you?
Bozo. Nope.
You've beheld the wonders of Atlantis. You will now forget all that you have seen. Repeat this phrase. Atlantis does not exist. Atlantis does not exist. Atlantis does not exist.
The hole on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Now you know what they've been playing. Miniature golf. Yee-haw!
Well, if and it ain't a herd of stray putters trespassing on my ranch. Reckon I'll let y'all play through, 'cause I can use a good laugh. Ha ha ha. Well, hey, Sidewinder, you gonna let that little feller steal your ball so easy? Why, you ain't fit to putt in these parts. Now try again.
Right?
Well, hey,
Nope.
you cheated, you fancy pants sit D-slick. Well, hey, you can't leave now. I ain't through with you yet. Come back here, you polecat.
King Tut's tomb. These pyramids were built to honor the great pharaohs. Pharaoh Tutankhamun, Pharaoh Ramses, and Mia Pharaoh. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Gesundheit.
That was a lucky guess.
One million years BG, before golf. Learn how early man invented fire, invented the wheel, invented excuses for missing a 2-foot putt.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and go for the hole-in-ones. Um. Yep. Also, the thing's not... Huh, that's weird. Nope. Hmm. I think this guide might be wrong.
The swing along at Sing Sing hole. Here's a reminder of what happens to people who cheat on their golf scores. Golf scores.
Hey, Warp. Oh. Hey, all right. Hey, hey, July. Right. Yes. What other Master System games did you play after Power Strike 2? Ow. Okay. Damn, it. This is a frame perfect thing, by the way. Nope. Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go.
It's a break! Get him! The Great Art Hole. A great artist must suffer, and by the time you struggle through this hole, you'll be a regular Michelangelo.
The fact this is a par 4 concerns me. This is not, I would not call this a good game. It is an interesting game.
The hole in the ozone layer. If you're with a date, it's a great place to break the ice.
I have a feeling that's very fitting of Eugene Levy involvement. Oh, that's okay. I see. Yeah, I do. Yep.
Straw.
What is this joke? Yeah, because if you had 9 strokes, then you...
The ghost of a chance hole. If you think this hole looks scary, you should see me on New Year's morning. Oh ho ho!
That'll certainly be a thing. Yeah, I wonder if you could even find 20 actual games. Hey, Glaze. Yep, no, it's real good game design of having 0 clue.
The greasy spoon hole. If you're not careful on this hole, you can end
Oh,
up over
put in
par
the points for it.
and overweight.
Oh, it actually ended. Oh, okay. I thought it said 85%. Okay, I'll do that this afternoon. You know what's also great is that there's inherent... I actually can't remember if I have it on or not. Yeah, because you got to overclock the controller to get it to work like how you want. You thought robbing a bit.
Greetings!
If you don't like the food here, you can eat somewhere else.
Perfect theme for that hole.
The perils of Pollyanna Hole. When we last left our heroine, she was hanging by a tenuous thread, suspended over a pot of battery acid. All thanks to the evil Dr. Cretan. Only you can save her from a fate worse than death.
Oh.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
We're gonna stroke limit. Oops. Yeah, well, as a wizard. Okay.
You only putt twice. Hello, Special Agents. Your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to find out why high levels of radiation have been coming from Dr. Mysterioso's remote island in the Pacific. And, you know, I don't know, if you ask me, could be his microwave.
The evil Dr. Mysterioso is building an explosive device of awesome power, which, disguised as a baby food shipment, is being personally delivered to an unknown location. You must stop this madman before it's too late.
Hold on, give me a sec. What? Oh, is that right?
Alert! Claire must evacuate this hole! Evacuate this hole!
The Holy Grail. They say a man's home is his castle. I guess that explains why home repairs are such a royal pain in the neck.
I like that this guide is just wrong. Or this is no, okay, it's just frame perfect. Yeah, probably. Or the Mister's just timing is fairly off.
The Golf War Hole. This hole gives you everything you'd have in a real war, except Bob Hope. With that score, I know you didn't cheat.
Thanks, Eugene Levy.
Congratulations! You've chalked up an absolutely outstanding performance, and it's time to tell the world about it. Ladies and gentlemen, cast your eyes aloft to honor our new champion, our great guru of the greens. Let's hear it for the Wizard of Wacky Golf!
Yeah, I've been trying to chip at it. And that's it. That is the entirety of Wacky World of Miniature Golf with Eugene Levy. All right, let's put that on the board. Let's see, this is GLF-8. This did not come out. Phillips Sidewalk Studio. For the oh, I don't actually have a. Oh yeah, I do. No, I actually don't have a CDI category. Whoops. Let's be honest, this is a
What are
Laserdisc
you
game.
waiting for? If you want to get into the game, move your golf ball to the sign-in and press an action button.
Let's see, is that going to take me to the menu? Okay, no, it's just going to. Okay, there. All right. Magic, might as well just bring you over here. All right. What's the music for this? There we go. Oh, also I should probably. Oop. That technically was whimsical. That game was not, as a game, that was incredibly not good. Because it's nigh impossible to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. And as a cartoon, it also was not good either. It does have Rolo, but that's about it. I don't even know if I'd call it WTF. I don't even think it gets that. I think it's just kind of bad. It is a, hey, look at the shit that we're making for the CDI, and that's kind of it. I feel like Mini Putt for the NES was better than that. The question is this F or F minus? I'm kinda thinking F. You know what? I'm thinking F. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible. It's just not good. I think the comedy's kind of bad, and also the gameplay is also very bad. It's yeah, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I think that's good for that. Yeah, it failed at the main thing that a comedy needs to do, which is be funny, and it wasn't funny. But so it goes. All right. Now that we got that done, I still gotta see if I get a diversion. Also, we have an ad break coming up, so we're probably gonna pull the see what we get. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Didn't get a diversion. Haven't gotten a diversion in quite some time. But before the ad break goes, that you get to pick. Do we play something exceptionally serious in something British? Let's see, 1 for A, 2 for A, 3 for A. Because we're going to do all 3, that's for sure. Oh, even though I say look for... Whoops, I did not clear the objective. We're actually doing all 3 of these. Oh, that's because I forgot I originally was going to have 2, but now we have 3. So ignore the objective, we're doing all of them. Okay, that's 3 for A, 2, 1 for C. Okay, so after the ad break chat, we get to experience the rules of golf. So I'm gonna let the ad break run, and then we'll be back in 3 minutes, and then we get to see what the CDI is all about. So be right back. Alright. That is from, actually, I don't know if the ad break's still going. That is from, Star of Providence. Oh, sorry, I forgot there's like a minute left in the ad. And also, there we go. All right, thing saying 5 seconds. All right. So, the rules of golf. It's technically interactive. Brought to us by a company out of Belgium. By Telecity CDI. Well, you should know.
Welcome to the Rules of Golf from CDI.
You are looking at a door leading to a fantastic world of knowledge for you to acquire. The keys to this door are called menus, choice frames, and audio-visual essays.
Don't let the words frighten you. What's in a word? And there's something more. This fascinating world is under your control.
Why don't you try to get into it right now, just for a moment? Click your control and interrupt me. Finding your way back will be surprisingly easy.
You see, one really doesn't have to know all the meanings of every button beforehand to explore this disc.
Trial and error is the name of the game, and besides, exploring is exciting.
So, take control of the program and show us that pioneering spirit of yours.
Of course, we don't know what kind of control you are using. There are several kinds: the mouse, the remote control, and various others.
Look at that
The purpose of
controller.
any control is to enable you to move a cursor around the screen. This cursor
Actually,
is
that's a
your
good point.
television caddy. It is your assistant, allowing you to choose the right equipment for any move at the right moment.
So, how do you make selections? Well, each control must have at least one button. It says, "Come on, try this." So, if, for example, you're using the mouse, whichever button you press, you're telling your CDI player, "Yes, that's it.
Let's have a go at this.
Let me try this."
This is the thing.
"All right, let me see."
And if you are in doubt about what to do, just silence me by clicking and see for yourself. Both the cursor control and your button let you pull the strings. The choice is yours.
So, look at you now, practically in your golfing slacks facing the tee. What about the rules of golf?
Your disc has got a center point, called on the course, the spot from which to start.
Since there's an awful lot to discover on this disc, the odds are that very soon we'll have lost track of you. Then again, there's no need for you to worry. If we lose you, you can return to us in no time if you feel like it. Take any screen. You see this little golf ball in the top left corner? Pushing it will get you back on the course in an instant. Welcome home. And there's more you might need.
Firstly, clicking the Back To banner allows you to retrace your steps so that you can take another look at each of your stops while returning on the course. Secondly, the question mark explains all the ins and outs of your current stop. Would you believe it? The disc has become a tool in your hands.
Now, let's see what it can do for you.
Okay. Do I got control now? Okay. Okay, I got control. It did actually raise a good point. Do I have access if I do this? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, I do have mouse support. All right. Let's see on the course general. Oh god, this is literally just let's see. Let's see. The teeing ground. Okay, it's right start. Let's see, 2 Hoblings and doves. Okay. Let's see, strokes forward to stipulated round consists of playing the holes in the course in their correct sequence unless otherwise authorized by the committee. Number of stipulated round is 18 unless a smaller number is authorized by the committee. Okay, who is the committee? Who is the committee in charge of the competition or in matter that's not rise in the competition? The committee is in charge of the course. Section 33. Oh god, that's actually the rules of golf. Right. Explain.
Rule 33. The committee.
People studying the rules of golf will encounter the word committee several times.
The committee is specially appointed to take care of the competitions. They're also in charge of the course in daily play. Rule 33 simply states the tasks and responsibilities of the committee.
First of all, they are in charge of the competitions and must lay down any necessary conditions. They shall lay down the time of starting and arrange the groups of competitors in stroke play. They shall lay down the limit of time within which a competition is to be finished.
The committee shall publish a scorecard indicating the order of holes at which handicapped strokes are to be given or received. In stroke play, each competitor or team receives a scorecard with the date and names. Markers are obliged to mark the number of strokes for each hole, but the competitor is responsible for the scores recorded on the card.
However, in stroke play, the committee is responsible for the addition of scores and the application of the handicap.
If there's a tie, or in match play if the match is halved, the committee shall announce in advance how the tie shall be decided.
Apart from taking care of competitions, another important task for the committee is to look after the course. It shall define the course and the areas that are out of bounds, the margins of water hazards, and the areas that are obstructions or ground under repair.
They should also lay down an area for players to practice on any day of a competition.
And of course, the committee has the right to suspend play at any time or declare the course unplayable.
Apart from looking after the course and taking care of the competition, there are 2 other important tasks for the committee. First of all, it must settle any dispute if a referee has not been appointed.
And secondly, it is allowed to make and publish local rules, which take care of abnormal conditions. Finally, in some very exceptional cases, the committee might waive, modify, or indeed impose a penalty of disqualification.
It should be remembered that a penalty imposed by a rule of golf must not be waived by local rule.
I don't know. That's a good question.
There are some other interesting aspects concerning the committee. Those interested, click Decisions.
All right. I do believe there is a...
Rule 34. Disputes and Decisions.
This rule deals with the responsibilities of the committee in situations in which players have doubts on the procedure or their rights.
There are distinct procedures for match play and stroke play.
In match play, if the players have a dispute about a rule or don't know the answer, they must continue play even though the state of the match is in doubt.
The standing of the match is adjusted according to the ruling they receive later.
During or after they've finished the hole, the players must make a
I don't
claim.
want just a gif of
If
her
it is to be
picture of
considered by the
Flossel
committee,
Hole.
it must be made before any of the players in the match plays from the next teeing ground.
Or in the case of the last hole, before the players leave the last putting green.
No later claim shall be considered. There are, however, two exceptions.
If the claim is based on facts that were previously unknown to the players making the claim,
Or if the player making the claim has been given wrong information by an opponent, then of course the claim will still be considered.
once the winner is announced, no claims will be considered unless the player making the claim has been given wrong information purposely.
Video production is my passion.
In stroke play, claims must be made before the competition is closed.
A competition is considered to be closed if the result has been officially announced.
In the case of a stroke play round that is used for qualifying for match play, that qualifying competition is considered closed when the player has teed off in his first match.
However, a competitor will at any time be disqualified in two situations. Note that the disqualification will occur even if the competition was officially closed. Thus, a competitor will always be disqualified
If for any hole he returns a score that's lower than actually taken.
Of course, this doesn't count if he does so because he failed to include a penalty he didn't know he had incurred.
Secondly, a competitor will always be disqualified if he returns a card with a handicap higher than the one he's entitled to.
This will only cause disqualification if it affects the number of the strokes received.
How are the claims treated?
First of all, if there's a referee, then his decision shall be final.
If there is not a referee, the players shall refer their dispute to the committee, whose decision shall be final.
If the committee cannot come to a decision, then it shall refer the dispute to the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St Andrews. Ultimately, it will give a final decision.
If the dispute originates within the United States of America, details should be sent to the United States Golf Association,
whose decision shall be final.
If you want more information on the way disputes are settled, please click Decisions.
Okay, let's see. Okay, no, this one's...
Etiquette.
Golf is a game of honor and respect for fellow players, as well as for the course. Etiquette deals with good golfing behavior.
The etiquette section concerns 4 items.
First of all, there's the matter of safety. Prior to making a stroke or practice swing, a player should make sure that nobody is likely to be hit by the ball, pebbles or twigs that might be moved by the stroke or the swing. No player should play until the players in front are out of range. If your ball in flight is likely to hit another player, you should warn him by shouting, "4."
Secondly, etiquette deals with the consideration for fellow players. When a player is addressing the ball, nobody should move, talk or stand close to the ball or hole. This includes the refraining of cheers of delight for one's own brilliant shot. These outbursts of joy for one's own skill might ruin someone else's shot.
Another subject covered by etiquette is consideration for the course. Players have the obligation to repair any damage they've caused before leaving the course. This includes filling up holes made in a bunker, the replacing of divots, repairing ball marks and damage made by spikes.
Any damage to the putting green made by a ball may be repaired. One should repair damage made by shoe spikes on completion of the hole.
Players should not damage the putting green by leaning on putters, especially when removing the ball from the hole.
They should be careful not to damage the hole by standing too close to it.
They should play with proper care. Don't damage the green.
Finally, the etiquette section describes ways of keeping the game moving. Nothing is more tedious than being held up by very slow players in front of you. Players should play without undue delay.
When the play of a hole is completed, they should immediately leave the putting green. The flag stick should be properly replaced in the hole.
Players searching for a ball should signal the players behind them to pass immediately.
A single player has no standing and should allow any match to pass.
2-ball matches have precedence over any 3-ball or 4-ball match.
Any match playing a whole round is entitled to pass a match playing a shorter round.
If a particular match is slow and it loses more than one hole on the players in front, it should invite the following match to pass.
Okay. No joy allowed. Got it. Okay, I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Back on the course. What other sections do we have? Oh, we do have a quiz. The decisions. Let's see. 2 balls in play simultaneously in different holes. Oh. Let's see. Question. Let's see. Players on the 8th hole wish to play their approach or shots on the 8th or to the 8th green, tee off at the 9th hole, and then putt to the. What? Oh, to the. Who designed this course? To approach to the 8th green, then tee off at the 9th, and then do the putt? I feel like this is. If this is a question, I feel like whoever made the hole or like the hole probably did something wrong. No, it wouldn't. Because that doesn't make sense. Player unaware is hold out, puts another ball into play. And then discovers. I would imagine you use the original, wouldn't you? Yeah, use the original one. Or wait. Oh, this is discovered us in the hole. Okay, yeah. First discovered original ball and hole after searching minutes, then continuing to play with a provisional ball. See, that's what I thought. The par 3 hole player believing his original ball may be lost. Plays a provisional ball. He searches 5 minutes for the original ball and then plays a provisional ball of the green. At that point, the original ball is found in the hole. I feel like you should probably look there first. Answer. The player scores 1. Oh god, there's ones for all the rules. Own ball and hole after playing wrong ball. I feel like a lot of these just go down to look in the hole. Look into the place where you want to go. Playing wrong ball. Okay, image. Let's see. Question. Let's see. Or question. Let's see. An opponent purposely steps on the line with the intention either of improving the line I would imagine it's a foul. Penalty is loss of hole in match play or 2 strokes in stroke play. Yeah, because you're messing up the hole. Or you're messing up the shot. Okay, let's take the quiz. Personal training. Stroke bag. Reply that. In stroke play, John strikes his ball more than once during his stroke from a bunker. I mean, that would be no penalty because it's just I is that right? Because I mean, it's just it's just a place to play. Why would you like more than once? Strikes the ball more than once. Oh, making 2 strokes in all. How do you wait? What did you swing it forward and then backward? Okay, penalty of 1 strokes right here. Okay, next. Water hazard. Let's see. The states defining a water hazard may be moved if they are movable. No, because the committee's involved with that. Oh, wait, what? Anything artificial? Objects defining. Okay, sure. Next. Out of bounds. Let's see. May a player remove a stake defining out of bounds, which interferes with. Wait. Okay, we have both. Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean can't move it? An obstruction is. Oh, okay. Apparently, I do not know the rules of golf. Let's see, score. Let's see, an 18-hole match, the players make or players by mistake play 2 holes out of sequence without delaying the competition. The errors is covered before the match finishes. They must resume match at proper hole because I believe we saw that it said that if they were given wrong information, then that's okay. Never mind. Obstruction. Let's see. Which of the following should the committee define accurately? Natural water. Oh, I can select multiple. Okay. Thank you, Codeface, for the follow. Let's see. Obstruction. Let's see. Snow and ice are. Hey, I finally got something. Uh, Score. Let's see. The committee erroneously posted David's handicap as 17 when it should have been 16. As a result, he won the competition. No. Um. Oh, next score. Okay. Do score again. In stroke player, player holds out from a wrong place. Uh, prevent- nope. Okay. Stroke play. I wonder how many questions this is, or is it just going to go on forever? In stroke play, the keeper lying in a bunker touches a tin can. If the ball does not move, I mean, if it doesn't move, then no, because it's an obstruction. You can move it. Lost ball. Player stops searching for his balls after 3 minutes and puts another ball into play in accordance with the rules with the status of his original ball. Let's see, answers. Uh, Still in play if it's found within the 5 minutes. Oh. Ground under repair. Let's see. A player's ball lies near a molehill which interferes with his stance. Is the player entitled to relief without penalty? No. Oh. Cutting green. Gil and Betty are partners in a foursome match. Gil misses a short putt in the second green and was still practicing putts on the green after Betty drove off the third tee. Only if they... Oh. Okay. The player's ball shall not strike an unintended flag stick in the hole. When the ball has been played from the... I mean, you're supposed to remove it first, aren't you? Yeah. Loose impediment. Loose impediment in a bunker may be removed by player whose ball also lies. Oh, I meant to say true. Oh, wait. I can... Oh, we can do both. Oh, it's false. In stroke play, competitor's ball strikes his golf cart and comes from us in the bunker. Play it as it lies. Happy Gilmore told me that one. Damn. Wait, it plays it lies under penalty of under penalty of 2 strokes. Oh, is it because he created it? Is it because he created an impediment? All deflected. Actually, either caddies or... So if you bean someone with a ball, you don't get... You lose the hole in match play? So the whole thing of Happy Gilmore is a lie at the end. What a shock. Okay, seriously, how much? Help.
This.
Up.
Goodbye, and have fun playing the quiz.
Up.
This screen allows you to select the subject that you want your next question to cover. Just click on the subject of your choice, and we'll prepare the question.
Oh, so this just goes on forever. I guess you're
Goodbye,
meant to be...
and have fun playing the quiz.
I guess you're meant to be, keeping track on your own. Okay, I think we're good on this. No. No, I don't. Stop. Are you sure you want to stop? Yes. I think we're back here. There it goes. I don't even think I can rank that one. I think we're just going to move on to the journals. All right. Well, before we do the last one, let's see if I get a diversion. That would be a great time to do an increased diversion. There we go. Let's see if I get a diversion this time. Apparently not. Well, ow. Well, with that, it is time to do something British. Let's look at Great British Golf. Yeah, this went ahead. Great British Golf, Middle Ages through 1940 by Extra. Oh, let's look at the introduction.
St Andrews, Scotland, with its ancient castle, cathedral and university, has long been acknowledged as the home of golf. The clubhouse of the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St Andrews overlooks the old course, scene of major triumphs and disasters in the Open Championship. Beside the clubhouse is the British Golf Museum, containing a superb collection of golfing memorabilia and visitor-activated display terminals to bring to you the excitement of golfing years gone by. This CDI disc contains a selection of the treasures of the British Golf Museum, from early days up to World War II, with history, game and quiz sections. If you like it, then ask about other titles. Changing discs for more golf, education, entertainment or music is child's play. Try it and see, after you have sampled the unique atmosphere of St Andrews, the home of golf.
All right. Wait. What? Why does it go? Why would you? Okay, let's start with the history of golf.
Golf was one of many ball and stick games played during the Middle Ages. What seems to have distinguished Scottish golf was that the target was always a hole in the ground. Dutch golf, up until the 18th century, was a similar type of game, but the target varied from a hole in the ground, which was rare, to much more common above-the-ground targets, such as trees and doors. It was often played on ice and was a popular subject for 17th century paintings. Although there were many trading links between Scotland and the Netherlands, the two games developed in a very different manner, with Dutch golf becoming confined to a small court in the 18th century and then virtually dying out. A similar type of game to Dutch golf was la colle, which was played across country, aiming at above-the-ground targets. Pall Mall, or Jeu de Maille, was played in a court, and the object of the game was to hit the ball through a hoop. In 1457, King James II of Scotland banned golf and football on the grounds that it was keeping his subjects from their archery practice. It was banned again in 1471 by James III and in 1491 by James IV for the same reason. James IV, however, is known to have played golf with the Earl of Bothwell. The record of that match may be the earliest surviving example of betting on the game, as the cost of clubs and balls was 9 shillings, but it cost the king 42 shillings to play against the Earl. Mary Queen of Scots was censured for playing golf immediately after the murder of her husband, Lord Darnley, as reported in the Book of Articles, December 1568. A few days after the murder of Darnley, remaining at Holyrood House, she, Mary, went to Seaton, exercising openly there one day in the fields with the Pall Mall and golf, and at night plainly abusing her body with the Earl of Bothwell. Her son, James VI, also became King of England in 1603. His elder son, Henry, Prince of Wales, played golf, and his younger son, Charles I, almost certainly did. By 1618, enough golf was being played in Scotland for King James to be able to sell a monopoly for the trade in golf balls to James Melville and William Berwick. An attempt to enforce this monopoly by Melville during the reign of Charles I was unsuccessful. The earliest known instructional literature on golf was written by Thomas Kincaid, a medical student at Edinburgh University. During 1687 and 1688, Kincaid kept a detailed diary in which he included his day-to-day thoughts on how he could improve his own golfing game. He then put these thoughts into practice on the links at Leith and Bruntsfield. His first reference to golf was written on the 20th of January 1687. After dinner, I went out to the golf with Henry Leggett. I found that the only way of playing at the golf is to stand as you do at fencing with a small sword, bending your legs a little, and holding the muscles of your legs and back and arms exceeding bent or fixed or stiff, and not at all slackening them in the time you are bringing down the stroke, which you readily do. Many of Kincaid's observations on the techniques of learning to play golf are as true today as they were when he first wrote them. The only reason why men readily miss the ball when they strike with more strength than ordinary is because their increasing their strength in the stroke makes them alter their ordinary position of their body and ordinary way of bringing about the club. As also, it makes them stand much more unsettledly and waver in bringing about the club, and so they readily miss the ball. As well as writing about how to play golf, Kincaid also had thoughts on the handicapping of players according to their skill. From these writings, we learn of the importance of laying wagers on the outcome of the game. January 21st. I rose at 7. I thought upon this way of playing at golf. I wrote this till 8 o'clock at night. I thought upon the question whether it is better, in giving advantage in gaming, to make the game equal and the stakes unequal, or to make the stakes equal and give some advantage in the game. As to the golf, whether it is better to give a man 3 stakes to his 1 and play equal for so much every hole.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that the CDI, like, this thing retailed for like $700 in like 90s money. So there's a lot of stuff that was like tailored toward adults, but not really that kind of stuff. Which is why you get this.
In the early 18th century, John Mackenzie, a lawyer, sent his 3 sons to the University of St. Andrews. In addition, he employed a tutor, James Morris, to supervise them. and Morris kept monthly financial accounts of the expenditure of the three boys between 1711 and 1716. The boys were all keen golfers, as apparently were their teachers, because Morris complained to his employer that since the day became longer, the meesters of the university are frequently at the golf in the afternoon. From the boys' expenditure one can learn that feather balls came in two qualities, costing 2 shillings and 1 shilling respectively. Wooden clubs cost 12 shillings, and iron ones were double the price at 24 shillings. A minor club repair cost 1 shilling, and a larger job, such as inserting new horn in the club face, cost 2 shillings. These costs can be put in perspective when from the same accounts a pair of gloves cost 4 shillings, a pair of shoes 5 shillings, and a good shave 3 shillings.
Okay.
William Mayne was appointed clubmaker to King James in 1603. In 1628, James Pett of St Andrews was supplying clubs to the Duke of Montrose. Henry Mill, also of St Andrews, was making clubs in 1713 for the sons of John Mackenzie of Delvine. The Dixon family of Leith made clubs and balls throughout the 17th and 18th centuries. The McEwen family of Edinburgh made clubs for 5 generations, starting with James McEwen during the 1770s. Simon Cossar and his son David, again from the Edinburgh area, made excellent clubs in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Hugh Philp began repairing golf clubs in St Andrews in 1812. By 1819, he'd been appointed clubmaker to the Society of St Andrews Golfers, soon to become the Royal and Ancient Golf Club. His clubs are considered to be among the finest ever crafted.
Ball makers.
The manufacture of golf balls seemed to arouse much passion with the early ball makers. In 1618, James Melville and William Berwick received monopoly for the manufacture and selling of golf balls. 11 years later, Melville sent a number of lawless soldiers to the house in Leith of William and Thomas Dixon, who were making golf balls. They threatened the Dixons' lives and confiscated their entire stock. The Dixons appealed to the Privy Council and won their case along with substantial damages. The Robertson family had been making feather balls since the early 18th century, and around 1850, Alan Robertson made his employee, Tom Morris, swear never to play with a new gutta-percha ball. Morris ran out of feather balls during a match and had to borrow a gutta-percha one from his opponent. Robertson was livid when he found this out, and the two men parted company. The lesson of both these stories is the same, that a living worth protecting was to be made from the manufacture of feather balls. Douglas Gourlay of Bruntsfield began making feather balls around 1780. His son William and grandsons William and John continued the tradition and then continued in business making gutta-percha balls after their introduction. The Gourlays were related by marriage to the McEwen family of club makers.
Okay.
By the middle of the 18th century, the game seems to have become more organised with the appearance of golfing societies. With the exception of Royal Blackheath, which was in London, the earliest societies were in the Edinburgh area and in St Andrews. The principal objective of these societies was to meet regularly to eat and drink in great quantity and then play golf. There were Freemason rituals associated with societies formed in the 1760s. In 1744, the city of Edinburgh, together with the gentlemen golfers of Leith, organised a competition of which a silver club was the prize. It was for this event that the earliest surviving rules were written. A tradition was established whereby each society had a silver club which was played for annually. The winner added a silver or gold ball to the club and became captain for the following year.
What is that?
These golfing societies played their golf on courses that were very different from those today. The fairways and greens were much narrower and a great deal rougher. the number of holes in the course varied greatly.
Were you just
Blackheath was a
playing in the
7-hole
street?
course, Leith a 5-hole one. Montrose, Musselburgh and North Berwick had 25, 9 and 7 holes respectively. The old course in St Andrews at one time had 22 holes. In 1764 it became an 18-hole course, the only one for a century. In 1833, Perth Golfing Society became the first club to have a royal patron. In 1834, the Society of St Andrews Golfers became the Royal and Ancient Golf Club by consent of King William IV.
I just imagine that they're just playing it. They're basically just doing street golfing. The feather ball.
The feather golf ball was the standard one in use until the 1850s. It consisted of a leather case stuffed with feathers. It was a slow, exhausting process to make one. The leather casing of the ball was cut into 3 pieces, 2 round ones for the ends and a piece for the middle. The leather was soaked in alum and water to soften it. The pieces were then stitched together, with a small hole being left through which the feathers would be inserted. The casing was then turned outside in, so that only the smooth seams were showing on the exterior of the ball. At least a top hatful of feathers, usually goose or chicken, were used to fill the ball. First the wooden stuffers were used, then the sharp point awl. As the casing filled up, it became increasingly difficult to insert the feathers, and it was necessary to use the large awls with chest braces.
A top
After the
hatful.
last feathers were inside, the hole was sewn up and the ball was given 3 coats of paint. Usually a ball maker could only produce 3 or 4 balls a day. The ball flew well in dry conditions, but in wet weather it went soft and lost its shape. It was easily split into pieces, especially if mishit with an iron club. The longest recorded drive with a feather ball was 361 yards by Samuel Messier at St Andrews in the 1830s.
Yeah, I'm surprised that thing doesn't explode if it gets so much looked at. You basically just made a pillow that you hit.
Up until the mid-19th century, golfers used a selection of wooden-headed clubs because iron clubs could easily split the leather-cased ball. Irons, which were crude and heavy, were generally only used as a last resort to hit out of wheel ruts or other very rough ground.
Oh. Short spoon. Maybe. You got the wooden niblick. The Baffy spoon. You give me your Baffy spoon. Wooden putter. And that driving putter. The cleek or iron. The rut or the track iron, where it's putter. And I think that was a. Oh, was that? Wait. Oh, here we go.
In 1848, a new type of golf ball first appeared that was to have a gradual but profound impact on the game. Instead of being a leather case stuffed with feathers, this ball was formed from a solid piece of gutta percha, a black, rubber-like substance that came from the juice of the Palaquium genus of trees. The material was in a sheet which was cut into pieces and softened in hot water. It was wound into a ball, heated again, and pressed until it was as solid as possible. It was then dropped into cold water to harden. The early balls did not fly as far as featheries, but it was soon discovered that they went further when marked or nicked. Ball makers then began hammering markings onto the balls, and later this was done with moulds and then machines. At best, the gutta percha ball only went as far as a feather ball, having relatively little bounce or carry after hitting the ground. However, it was a much more durable ball and was considerably cheaper. In the 1870s, other materials were mixed in with the gutta percha to produce what was known as the composition or gutty ball.
Yeah.
It is almost impossible to discern the difference in the balls, so the name gutta percha and gutty are usually considered to be interchangeable. The longest recorded total distance with a drive was 366 yards in 1892 at St Andrews by Edward Blackwell.
Yeah, no, this is an educational disc for your CDI that you spent the price of a used car on. Also, Daybreak coming up.
Leading club makers of the period 1850 to 1890 included the great champion golfers Tom Morris, Jamie Anderson, Willie Park Sr. and Willie Park Jr. Robert Simpson and George Strath were brothers of Open champions, Jack Simpson winning in 1884 and Andrew Strath in 1865. Robert Forgan was related by marriage to the great Hugh Philp and took over the business upon Philp's death in 1856. From 1863 onwards, Forgan was the official clubmaker to the Prince of Wales, later Edward VII. John Jackson of Perth was a superb clubmaker whose skills were comparable to Hugh Philp and Douglas McEwen.
I can see you're going to be a difficult opponent.
Early iron clubmakers were usually blacksmiths by trade. As the demand for iron clubs increased, some were able to devote more time and skills to the craft of cleek making. F&A Carrick were a firm of toolmakers who were one of the pioneer cleek makers in Scotland. John Gray of Prestwick was the first eminent cleek maker in the west of Scotland.
Okay, you know what? I think we're just gonna poke around in the well. Yeah, it's the power of the compact disc. Let's see, what was the other things?
The rapid growth of golf in Britain in the late 19th century was the result of a number of factors that go beyond the introduction of the gutta percha ball. Although the cost of the new type of ball brought the game within the reach of most people, golf spread only slowly after its introduction. The great golf boom did not really begin until the 1880s, some 40 years after the introduction of the gutta percha ball. During this period, the social impact of the Industrial Revolution had reached its peak. A major result was the decline of agriculture and the growth of cities. The new middle class of professional workers emerged, and they led urban or suburban lives. Many new social habits developed for all classes as the machine age provided more regular leisure time and holidays. There was better rail and road transport, and the bicycle and then the motor car were developing as new methods of transport. There was a tremendous interest in organized sports in general, and golf was part of this trend. The first amateur championships in 1885 and 1886 did much to stimulate interest, as did the enthusiasm for the game displayed by A.J. Balfour, a leading politician and future Prime Minister. His interest in golf caught the popular imagination, and more people, especially in England, took up the game. The demand for golf led to a massive increase in inland courses to augment the traditional seaside links courses. This, in turn, was helped by improvements in greenkeeping and golf course design techniques. By 1914, it was estimated that 90% of golf was played on inland courses.
Perfect timing on that, because I think the ads are about to start. So go get something, stretch your legs, get some popcorn. Be here for about another hour, although I'm feeling we're not going to do the rest of the hour for this. Once the ads start, I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Yeah, we might not actually make it through the whole disc. Guess what? There's more on that. Oops. No. You stop that.
In 1840,
Guess what? How many more sections are there? Oh, there's still 3 more. All right. Well, there's the ad break. Be right back. All right. A little bit late. All right, back to where we were.
until the 1890s, golf outside Britain was mainly played in areas under British influence. For example, golf clubs were firmly established in India in 1829,
Under British influence is
Canada
certainly
in
a thing.
1873,
Way of describing
South
it.
Africa in 1885, Egypt and Malta in 1888, Hong Kong in 1889, and Australia in 1891. National championships were first played in India in 1892, New Zealand in 1893, Australia and Malaysia in 1894, and Canada and Argentina in 1895. The first European golf club was founded in 1856 at Pau in France. The next European club did not arrive until 32 years later at Antwerp in Belgium, the game spreading to the rest of Europe in the 1890s. Golf had been played in the American colonies in the 18th century, but seems to have died out in the USA early the next century. It was reintroduced in the 1880s, the game finally taking root at the St. Andrews Golf Club in Yonkers, New York in 1888, from whence it spread extremely quickly throughout the country. The United States Golf Association was founded in 1894, and the first amateur and open championships were held the following year. By 1900, golf was a thriving international game. The introduction of the gutta percha ball in 1848 had a gradual effect on golf club design. As the new ball was much harder than the feather one, wooden club faces and shaft necks needed to be made stronger. By the 1880s, the shape of wooden club heads for driving clubs began to assume a shorter, rounder look, more similar to modern woods. The brassy was a wooden-headed club with a brass plate protecting the sole. It replaced spoons and wooden niblicks for playing on rough ground and out of poor lies. Iron clubs came into much greater use with the gutta percha ball. The iron heads no longer damaged the ball, and it was found to be easier to hit lofted shots with them rather than wooden spoons.
Did much to learn indeed. Also welcome.
The years from 1860 to 1891 saw dramatic changes in the game of golf. As the game spread, so the number of men earning their living from golf increased. In 1860, there were 8 entrants for the Open Championship. In 1891, there were 82. Players could earn money by playing in tournaments or in individual challenge matches against other professionals. Most so-called professionals, in fact, did not earn their living from playing matches. Many were club and ball makers, most caddied for wealthy amateur players, and some rose to be appointed keeper of a green. A keeper of the green would be employed by a golf club to be responsible for a golf course. He looked after the upkeep of the course. He was in command of labourers, and he controlled, as best he could, the caddies. The keeper of the green also usually made clubs and balls and gave lessons, thus earning additional money to his annual salary. He was the only member of the outdoor staff to be paid an annual wage. Tom Morris, who won the Open 4 times, in 1861, 1862, 1864 and 1867, was born in St. Andrews.
Oh.
As a youth, he became a club and ball maker under Alan Robertson. In 1851, he moved to Prestwick to be the greenkeeper and club professional. In 1864, he returned to St. Andrews as greenkeeper, a position he held until his retirement in 1903. In addition to this, he continued to make clubs and balls, and he also designed or remodeled over 26 golf courses. As a golfer, he had a slow, deliberate swing. He played long and straight off the tee. His approach shots to the green were one of his great strengths, and he was a good long putter. He was, however, a terrible putter from 2 feet and closer. A letter was once sent to him addressed to the Misser of Short Putts, Prestwick, and the postman carried it straight to him. He played with great nerve and relied on his instinctive knowledge of the game. He died in 1908.
Man, you have to be... That is an incredible burn. With someone... I just like the fact of someone just addressed it to that, and then the postman just decides to also play along with it. Also, boy... Wait, what do you mean famous amateurs? Okay, we have to learn about John Ball Jr.
John Ball Jr. was the greatest amateur golfer of his era. He won the Amateur Championship a record 8 times. He won the Open Championship in 1890 and was the first amateur and the first Englishman to do so. He was the first player to hold the Amateur and Open titles in the same year. He was born in Hoylake, where his father ran the Royal Hotel. He served as a trooper in the Boer War, missing 2 years of competition in 1900 and 1901. He was a quiet and stoical man, but a ferocious competitor. As a young man, he was very long with his tee shots and his iron clubs. As he grew older, he became noted for his flawless, steady play. He had a beautiful, easy swing that defied description, even by that great golf writer Bernard Darwin. As a competitor, he saved his mastery for when it was needed. He often seemed to play a game of cat and mouse with an opponent, almost toying with him, and then ending the match near the home hole. He played in his last amateur championship in 1927, and he died in 1940.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the more modern air quotes. Let's see. Uh, Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones was probably the greatest ever amateur golfer. He won the Open 3 times, 1926, 27 and 1930. He also won the Amateur Championship in 1930. He won the US Open 4 times. He was undefeated in Walker Cup singles matches, winning his matches in 1926, 28 and 30 by margins of 12 and 11, 13 and 12, and 9 and 8 respectively. A lawyer by profession, he achieved all this before his 29th birthday. His 1930 feat of winning the Open and Amateur Championships of Britain and America in the same year, the impregnable quadrilateral, is unmatched in the annals of golfing history. He retired from competitive golf after the 1930 Grand Slam and went on to found the Masters Tournament at the Augusta Golf Course in his native Georgia.
Oh, okay.
He was well above average in length off the tee and used the same swing for all his shots, narrowing his stance as the shots got shorter until, for his pitches, his heels were actually touching. He kept his eye on the ball and his head down for longer than any other contemporary first-class player. Jones was deadly accurate up to the green with his approach shots, and his only weakness was that he occasionally rushed short putts. It was said of Jones that he always played precision golf, and that every shot just had to be perfect, which is very often the case.
The phrase famous amateur is funny. Oops. Let's see. Okay, right. That's where the Ryder Cup ladies golf. Let's. You know what? Let's go see what this quiz is about. Or what is the old course playoff? Oh. Oh. I see. Uh. Oh boy.
Hit a good one here.
Okay.
This is sudden death, so correct club choice is vital. Oh, dearie me.
What?
What a shame. The brassy is a wooden club that's... Ugh, it only happens on full swings.
Okay.
Is this as good as you get? Now that's mighty unfortunate.
But okay.
Don't blame me if that's the wrong...
Why are there so many sheep?
Ugh. Keep a cool head. Now don't let me put you off. Is your opponent any better?
Why is Andy Cap here? Let's do the mashing because it just seems to be the only thing that works. God damn it!
Ugh, just when you need your best. I hope you're sure.
Damn.
Play it safe next time. That could be a wise choice. Now don't blame the equipment. Clubs.
I feel like it's random on when it breaks or not.
The brassy is a wooden club that sends the Haskell ball about 180 yards. The cleek is a long iron which sends the ball about 140 yards. The mashie iron sends the ball about 100 yards, and the niblick, the short iron, sends the ball about 60 yards.
Oh, sure, we're actually on the green.
Well, it's on, but
Okay, I need the niblick.
you'll be relieved to be on the green. Now the greens look fast today, so be careful. Last chance.
But
Do I really have to caddy for you next time? I want to win, even if you don't. Hold it.
that's what is the? How do you putt?
My 5-year-old laddie could do better.
No, as far as I know, I don't.
Easy game. How many can you win by? Are your nerves getting to you? Or are you just a bad putter?
I did it twice. Oh, I did it twice.
Well, well. I thought you'd be trying harder than that. You've still got a great chance. At last. What took you so long? Brilliant. Now who's next? The result of Mary versus Tom is a win for Mary, Queen of Scots. Well done, Your Majesty. Imagine Tom being beaten by a woman.
No, we're good. All right, let's try the trivia quiz.
Who won the Open Championship in 1874? Where was this clubhouse?
What? What? Okay. Well, I think that's good. This is 1994 by Extra for the CDI, but I gotta add this is I don't know, and I'm putting this one. Let's see. And I'm putting this as a tone. That was terrible. Like the like educational bits are like kinda. Well, we had to look at CDI stuff eventually. That was terrible. Like, F minus. Everything about the game part of that sucked ass. One course. That was in fact a terrible video game. The trivia quiz doesn't make sense. I mean, we could have been, probably, the questions are not terrible, but yeah, that was pretty bad. Let's never speak of that again. All right. Do we actually get a diversion? Apparently not. I think something might be broken. Oh, I bet. Welcome back. You know what? We're going to do this. Okay, so the golf thing was broken apparently, or I just randomly got that. Oh, good. What roguelike are we playing a round of? That did not work the way it should have. Okay, give me a sec. Oops. Ignore that. Okay, there we go. Did that work? Oh, good. So, play around to this. Oh, what do you mean I don't have this downloaded? I feel like there has to have been a golf roguelike. What do you mean? There we go. Eh. Maybe like 1 second.
Check it out.
Thank you for the pets. Yeah, do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get figure out what's going on with the uh diversions because they should have been going off. I could have sworn they were. I don't think we've had Rondo out in a while. Just give me 1 second. And there we go. This is Azumanga Donjara Daioh, or Azumanga Donjara. Yeah. This is Azumanga Daioh Mahjong game. Is this actually music from the show?
はい、みんな静かに。はい、読んで。ドンジャラ大会。なんだそれ。ルールを説明します。これからみんなどこでもいいから行きな。
No, we're gonna have to skip this just in case.
Azumanga, Donjara Daioh.
Okay, story mode, free mode, album, or option. Oh, we can only play as Trio-chan. Okay, free mode. Okay, we're gonna play as let's play as Osaka. And then Takaki. I saw the omnibus of I.
Donjara ya. Yarou ka.
Okay, we're gonna just leave. So I believe this works just as Mahjong. Oh, here we go. So let's see, we want... We don't have any 9s at the moment. Okay, pull... That's it. I don't want to pull Ricci quite yet. Oops. I didn't want to do that. Nope. So apparently there is a PC version which I forgot about until we just did this. It apparently is translated. Nope. Okay, she just discarded a 3.
Donjara.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see. This is a lot more rummy-ish. It looks like. Okay. I don't know if the Chiyo acts as a wild or not. Okay, no. Nope, I don't want a 1. Okay, you discarded yellow. A few goodies. Okay. I will take a look at it after we are done here. That should not be that much longer. Okay, there. Yep. Nope. Also, I'm guessing you don't pull cards or pull tiles from the opponent? No, that's not gonna work. This is basic. This seems to be rummy that it's basically, it looks like it's more rummy than Mahjong, but effectively it is a very simplified Mahjong. Nope. Oh, that must have been out of tiles. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, get rid of Kagura. Nope, I need a 7 yellow. Okay, do I have to get rid of one of these? Oh, good. I mashed too fast. Nope. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's looking at discard. Yeah, I really like Azumanga Daioh. That's right. Okay, it's sitting on others. Almost got 2. Actually, I wonder if going for a green 8 might be worthwhile. Except, did I already discard? I haven't. What does this do? Yeah, that is Yukari.
Donjara!
Oh, I won. Idiot. fully certain on the rules here. I will say, of the, like, high school just girls doing random stuff, I feel like this is probably one of the better ones. Because it's... nothing happens. It is just a thing of vibes, and also the girl... like, it's just the girls doing dumb stuff. Also, I guess we're Chiyo-chan now? Yeah, Dragon Plane Vor anime is an interesting one. I have not seen it. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's not the greatest, but it exists. Oh, she's just playing for me now? Oh wait, it's Ricci, so it's just going until I get the right piece. Okay.
Donjara!
Okay, so it's 3 Yukaris, 3 Asakas, and 3 Kaguras. Okay. Okay, so that's Kaori. I don't have any Kaoris. Yeah, I think it's the thing where you can do multiple kind of things. Okay, there's a Yomi. Hey, Yomi? Okay, that's... Oh, I just got rid of the Sakaki. Oh, I can't have, right, because I can't have 2. I couldn't win with that. Oh, she also has it.
Donjara.
Damn. I lost. Okay, I might have to look at that PC remake of this because it seems neat. Okay. Well, that's that. That's not a. This is not going to be a full ranking. This is us just sticking around with it. And also, this puts us right at proper time. So there's that. All right. Well, that was a fun little diversion. But that is the end of the bonus page. Which brings us to the finale page. So after all Huey and Robin's efforts to make a virtual golf course. What happened? So, unfortunately, it seems they didn't get the contract for the virtual golf course since the space used for it would be used for a bowling alley instead. Though Hugh and Robin weren't deterred, they seem to have plans for the software they made. Something seems concerning based on their expressions. So normally this is where we did play the epilogue game, but we got, we are going to end up playing this instead, because this also is coming out next week. And I feel like that is that, but also, can you guess what the finale game is? You'll have to tune in next week to see, because I'm going to assume that Golden Tea is not going to take the entire thing. You know, actually, I just as a little teaser, I'm actually going to spoil what the thing we'll be doing after Golden Tea Arcade Hits is. Based on legend, although I don't think this ever got confirmed, the finale game for this journal will be Virtual Highlight. But Golden Tea Gold first. So that'll be what we do next week. Alright. So, that is going to do it for this episode. Next week's going to be a doozy. So, let's wrap things up. Thank you all for watching. Personal Blue Skies, Lolo De Puzlo.bscout.social. I got a Discord, you can chat the community, take part in polls, do other fun Discordy stuff. Get notified I didn't want to go live and all that. And stuff like that. We do also have a forums. The Creator Time forums is now a thing. We set that up. If you've not joined, it's at creatortime.fun. It's been very active, so to speak. What number are we at now? We're at 138. Yeah, it was like when I woke up this morning, it was like 102, and now it's like at one. We've gotten a lot of people, so it's pretty deep. Plus on forum. Also, if you're watching this live, best place to watch is BeKindRewind.his.town for past episodes. You get a slightly higher quality. And if you're watching this on a VOD, you can watch these live Fridays at 7:30. I don't know why that muscle memory has been coming back. You can look at the schedule there to see what the time is. Next week, next week's gonna be real interesting because on Friday we're taking a detour from our visiting the Lazy Singway house. We're gonna be taking a look at Shadow Labyrinth, that weird classic arcade like edgelord Pac-Man game. Because I got to see what that is. On Saturday we're gonna be doing Crash Bash with the Even Coven. That's gonna be fun. And then on Saturday we're gonna be playing Golden Tea Arcade Classics and then Virtual Highlight. So there will be that. Let me see who to send you all to. Oh, actually, I know I'm gonna send you to. I'm gonna send you all over to Corporate Typist. I was playing Deltarune, so if you're... Actually, you know what? Actually, since that is spoilers, I'm gonna send you to Proxy. I haven't sent you over to Proxy in a while. Proxy's doing something. Probably something cool. She does cool stuff, so I would imagine what she's doing is cool. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you again in the future. Bye-bye.